Exactly.
Vagus nerve is like a clutter of nerves that is here right below your, where the, right below the skull, like here. So there's a whole clutter of nerves, which is going and connecting it to every organ of your body. So when we
Absolutely.
feel stressed, immediately the first area where we feel stressed is this area.
This is called the singing bowl. So
Yeah.
it's rhyming. So if you continue doing that, so you will actually because this is very high vibration, so it will connect you to the geometric shapes. Everything is connected, like the Greek, like the Romans, like the Egyptians, like in India as well. You will see the gong. And it used to be there as well to make people more aware, to
Yes.
increase the awareness. So it's
Yeah.
not only on the physical and mental and emotional, it's also
And the
to
spiritual level. Everything is energy, which has a frequency, and frequency has a sound. So, sound is basically an energy that never gets dissolved. We humans, we can listen between 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. But animals and kids can hear beyond that. And as we humans age, this bracket of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, it starts reducing. So as you must have noticed that animals can sense the calamities beforehand, any kind of natural calamities, right? And that really intrigued me to study more about sound healing, how it works. And it was very interesting to know that there's a hospital in Turkey that treat patients through sound healing. So I really thought of inviting a very important guest in my podcast, who is the queen of sound healing, who is a pioneer, who started this sound healing in Dubai and changed so many people's lives. I couldn't believe it earlier that I didn't know how sound healing worked and how it was possible. I knew the scientific part of it till I myself experienced it through her session. I had a severe pain in my left leg, which I could not understand where it came from. And all the tests were clear. And I did this sound healing session. And after that, I still don't know how. We will talk about it more, but it got disappeared. So there is a very, very interesting conversation going to happen. To know more about this, watch this podcast completely. So we have none other than Sahar, the queen of sound healing. I wanted to introduce you in so many other ways because I know you are not only restricted to sound healing. You have done so much. You are a student of Quran. You are also into Sufism and spirituality and so many things. But I want you to introduce yourself. Who is Sahar and what brought you into sound healing?
Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you. It's such an honor to be with you actually in here. So I am a seeker. And I'm a seeker. I look for truth. And I look as well to know myself better and to get closer to God. This is like
that's how we are connected.
This is this is like a soul from God, seeker on earth to search for or seek for truth, and also to be connected to self and God. This is the thing. The sound healing. It's very, very interesting. I was in corporate world working for an airline company, and later, because I'm a mother, I have 3 kids. So and I was doing a master degree at that time, doing master degree, taking care of 3 kids, of course with my husband, but my husband is at work, so I taking them to practices and all of that. So at one point I collapsed totally, because of the speedy life, waking up very early, sleeping late, and doing this and that, and and then all of a sudden I collapsed, and then I started to heal myself, and then by healing myself, I discovered the sound healing, because I attended as well sound healing, and it was magical for me, like magic to the mind, body, and soul, and even the emotions, like the emotional body. So I said, why not to start to study it and take courses in it. So I've done that. So this is what made me go into the sound healing, and it's such a wonderful journey because when you do clapping like that, so this is even vibrations, and the vibrations, it's frequency, and then when it enters the ear, it goes to electric pulses, and it goes so much magic in the body.
No, this is 100% true, because I was reading one article by an IBM scientist who says that a person who even when we think, we release a cellular vibration, which we in today's slang, everybody's calling a vibe. Oh, I don't like the vibe.
Yes, absolutely.
This is actually true. Even by just our thoughts, we are releasing cellular vibration. And when you enter the room of, or enter a house or anyone's car, you can sense something is either dense, energy is too dense, or it's you like it being there, depending on the collective thoughts of the people in that room or in that car. So definitely it is there. And also NASA have also validated that there is a humming sound in the universe, right? So sound is there. It's everywhere. Absolutely. And even things that we can see or the ones that we cannot see. But it's definitely sound is there. And hence that's why I think in many of the cultures and religion, there is something or the other, either through mantra chanting, or in Islam we have you read Surah Rahman if somebody gets sick. And there are some sort of, I think, very positive results that people are seeing or observing, right?
Absolutely.
I want to ask you, is there something that you have observed in one of your clients or on yourself that you think was even a miracle for you, that you didn't know, okay, but that actually helped that person through this sound healing?
Absolutely, because it works on many levels. So it's the emotional body, the mental body, and the energetic body. So it helps people actually to lift the pain from their body. And I mean, the experience that you had actually. So lots of people, they come to the sessions and the pain is lifted. And I'll explain why. And also they have visions. They are more connected with themselves and with God, because they are not in a polluted environment of the sound, because there is
creates a certain aura around you or vibration around you, maybe. Yeah,
absolutely.
Or that also activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your relaxing state of mind, through which maybe they can have a more access to their deeper consciousness.
Absolutely. So it comes because the
sympathetic nervous system,
sympathetic. I always have. So the vagus nerve in this system actually is responsible about the connection between the mind and the organs.
Yes.
So as I explained, so if the sound is going through first the vibrations, and then the frequencies, and then electric impulses through the ears, so it will reach the brain, and then the brain will take it and then transform it to the organs. This is how it works.
How it works.
Through the nervous system, through the vagus nerve.
So those who don't know, vagus nerve is like a clutter of nerves that is here, right below your where the right below the skull, like here. So there's a whole clutter of nerves which is going and connecting it to every organ of your body.
Absolutely.
So when we feel stressed, immediately the first area where we feel stressed is this area. It gets stiff.
Yes.
We're like, okay, we are stressed or something. So I think what you're saying is that when we do sound healing, it releases this part of the vagus nerve, and it can reaches to all the other organs of your body.
Absolutely.
And that's why the healing happens if you have a pain in the body.
Yes.
Or also coming to emotions. We are going to demonstrate that how exactly sound healing works. So our body is full of emotions, and emotions is water.
Yes.
Right. And we also know about the effect of moon on water tides, right? And when usually full moon time, the high tides happen. So she's going to she's going to demonstrate to you. There's a bowl full of water, and just by doing the sound, what is it called? Singing No.
This is called the singing bowl. So
Yeah.
it's rhyming
By
through
doing the rhyming around
Yeah.
the singing bowl, you will see what happens to water. Can we have a
Yeah,
little bit of demonstration?
sure,
Yeah.
definitely. So the water here is not hot or anything, because some people they think that it's hot, that's why it's
Yes,
doing this.
yes.
But I'm not really sure if the camera would catch this.
It's room temperature. Yeah, I think the camera can.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so
And the water is started bubbling.
absolutely.
Wow.
And as well, it makes like geometric shapes.
Yes. Beautiful.
And maybe if I hold it by hand as well, I will make like a quick one, because here,
Just so many bubbles
bubbles and geometric
and
shapes.
geometrical shapes. What kind of shapes do you see?
It could be, by the way, if I continue do that, it could reach the flower of life or the seed of life, which is the base of all creation.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's like if you continue doing that,
You can
continue
go back,
doing
yeah.
that. So if you continue doing that, continue to doing that, so you will actually because this is very high vibration, so it will connect you to the geometric shapes. Everything is connected. The shapes, the water, everything, the sound, the breath.
Speaking of shapes, I mean, we all have noticed that all the worship places in the world, they have this dome kind of structure. So I know that you know a little bit about geometrical shapes as well, right? So speaking of that, I feel that geometrical shape is designed in that manner because when whatever we speak there, that there's a certain frequency that has been created to catch the frequencies or to release in a certain way. Can you tell more about that? Yeah.
I think it's
all
more,
the temples, mosques, they all have dome structure.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's more of getting the vibrations high or protection. It could be protection. So you find some people, they are like wearing some geometric shapes. It's either they use it for protection or connection. Like to connect more, because if you want to have connection, then you have to be put in the environment that allows that. So you have in the old days, you have in the, of course, in all the churches, all the temples, all as well. In
temples, they also have this bell that, if you ring the bell and the sound, that it creates it, it generates a certain kind of frequency.
Absolutely. It's all in ancient civilizations. Until the Islamic as well, Islamic, I would say, culture, civilization, religion, but you will find as well the Islamic sacred geometry as well. So it's all for the protection and the connection. It's all used. It's many tools. And as you're saying about the bell in the old churches, and also in the ancient civilizations, like the Greek, like the Romans, like the Egyptians, like in India as well, you will see the gong. And it used to be there as well to make people more aware, to increase the awareness. So it's not only on the physical and mental and emotional, it's also
at the spiritual level.
A spiritual level to increase the awareness. And it was all there.
And that's why maybe they say that when you go to the mountains, you can focus more because there is no sound wave there as compared to how we are in living in city life and all. There is too much of distractions, and that's why there's unable to focus as compared to when we go to the mountains.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why they are saying the nature heals. That's why the sound, because this mainly made of copper, and copper was there in all the ancient civilizations as well. So when you hit it, you are producing very healing frequencies, and it's very close to nature as well. Because if you are in nature and you have the humming sounds of the birds, the little sounds around you, then it helps with healing.
Other than just sound healing, do you feel that there's some sort of chanting is required too? or it's just sound can also work? Like people who do not have this at home, or they don't know how to do it. Normal common man listening to this, how they can experience this sound healing.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful question. Thank you. It's actually through classical music. They can listen to classical music because there is the disturbed commercial hertz that's in all the commercial sound, the songs and music. This doesn't really help in anything at all. It may cause a little bit of disturbances rather than healing or I would say relaxation. So classic music, they can hear to classic music. They can hear there are many YouTubes as well about the handpan, the singing bowls and all of that. And chanting, of course, adds. Definitely. Like you see in the Chinese culture, they have like a sound to each organ. So when you say the sound, is like it makes the organ in a state of harmony. It's like in India, the same.
Yes.
Like they do like for each chakra, they have like a sound, right?
Yes.
So when you say it together with listening, and because you're activating the brainwave that's going to the ear, and you're activating the throat as well. I mean both. And most people now, they need to really to speak their truth, to express themselves as well. This is very, very, very important. So by chanting, by maybe chanting the mantras, maybe by reciting Quran as well, by humming. It does help, of course. It does. But certain things, not not everything, but certain things, it will definitely higher the vibrations, and it will help to open the energy here, and it will help you to express yourself, and this is really much needed.
So what do you think, that did it help you in any way? Because I know that you were never a singer, but I now I see on Instagram that you are doing wird of La ilaha, and you are doing this Darvesh Sufi Sima as well.
Yes.
It's beautiful. So what do you think it really helped you? And you told me that you have never been a good singer, but now it's beautiful when I hear all of those wird and all. What actually helped you in that?
Quran, of course. Quran. For me, Quran... I've heard, because I've gotten many things, and everything is connected. Everything is connected.
Totally.
There is no separation, and the separation is the things that that separates us. So we need really to be in one harmony. But for me, I would just explain about me. Like I studied Ibn Arabi as well, who's a great Sufi master. And he said that it's all like stars in the sky. And, each religion, each prophet, each messenger came as all the stars.
Yeah.
But for me, when the Islam came, it's like the sun. So I connected to Quran because this is my root.
Yes.
The root. I'm Egyptian. I am Muslim. So when I connected to my root, then the power came.
Yes.
I connect to everything, but the most is the Quran.
What resonates with you more?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's the light from God, because it's the words from God. So when you speak the words of God, there is so much light, and then sometimes it's not really you. It's God doing this
work through you.
Through you.
Yes.
And then it comes beautifully. Even if I'm not like I would say there is no bad voice. Like all the voices are beautiful, to be honest, if it's spoken from the heart.
Yes.
Because the heart is the vessel. So if it's coming from the heart, then the words, anything that you would say, it would be so beautiful. So when I recite the things that's connected to my roots, the words of God, then something magical happens, and then the flow comes, and then it's so beautiful, and everyone connects to that. I mean, when I do it, like everyone is like in enchanted or in harmony, or because we are connected to higher vibrations anyways.
Yes.
Words of God. Yeah.
Speaking of that, we all know that if we play a very loud sound or noise in the room, we can break the glass, right? It can happen. So what do you think? And it's a very important thing to discuss because you are also a mother of, I think, teenager, right? I don't know, 3 of them are teenagers, 2 of them are teenagers. And now it's a very common trend among this Generation Z and Generation Alpha. Speaking of slangs, and sometimes it's like, okay, that's fine. Maybe this is how they want to speak. But sometimes most of them are either inappropriate, and for them it's cool and everybody's doing it. And like we know that when everybody's doing it, we think it's normal. Why I want to speak about it? Because there is a sound of complaints, and sound of positivity. How it exactly impacts on us at cellular level, at emotional level, and does it make any difference? Because I know, like I said, you as a mother, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely.
Just saying it, or certain kind of noises you make in the room, which I know when I was a kid, my grandpa, my nana used to say, like, stop making this ugly noises. And I'm like, no, what is wrong in that? Now, he never convinced me with a rightful logical answer. So I never knew at that time that why I'm not supposed to make this kind of noises. But it's very obvious that when I talk to you in a very complaining tune or complaining sound, you don't like it, even if I say something nice, right? Or some accusing tone or some sort of negativity you can feel.
Yeah.
How exactly you think it makes a difference? Because everybody of us in today's time, we have that in our tone. And how we can reduce that conscious, because I've seen it to you, like whenever I meet you, you're always positive. I've never seen you complaining. I've never seen you, okay, maybe you do. We are again humans. We all are humans. We do at some level, but I feel that still, mostly you're always, in terms of sound, I mean, okay, thoughts can be negative sometimes, but in terms of you sound always very, very positive. How to reach to that level?
It took me so much time.
So much time.
I had
and
to.
And what really helped you?
I think when I broke. When I like
that bubble, that illusion. When
I think when I broke mentally and emotionally,
yes.
And then I started to search, like, what would save me? Because I was like, what's happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And I started to search and search and search. And as we say, and as not we, as Sufi says, that when you start to walk, the road starts to appear.
Yes.
So you do like little action and little action and little action, and you walk because you want to improve yourself. You want to be better than before. You want to be a better version for yourself. Because doing this, it will help you. It will help only you, and by helping yourself, you will be able to help others by seeking knowledge, by reading, by listening, by knowing. All of that will help you as well to explain things to others, to move it to your kids as well, to know how to take the balance.
To be more conscious about what you're saying, that what comes out of your mouth,
absolutely.
Which is very, very difficult. Actually.
Absolutely, and to have the balance as well, like not to be super soft, but to have authority, a tone of authority, because this is needed as well to direct
when you're addressing children or
absolutely, like to have this. So how to have the balance, not to be too soft, not to be too hard. To have this balance. It takes time of practice, and then practice by experiencing it. Maybe having to fall here and there, and then getting up again, and then trying again, and then trying again.
And like I mentioned, sound is an energy that never dissolves. So even if I say something really bad to you with a really bad word or a swear word, and even if I ask for apology later on, it is going to stay in the universe.
Absolutely.
It is. That's why some people, they feel the grudge. Even if you apologize me, even if you forgive me, you will remember, that time you used that words which was so hurtful, because that energy never got dissolved.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why it's very important to work on it.
It stays, and they say, scientists say that Hitler words are still there.
whatever he
in the
yes.
airspace.
Yes.
Yeah, can you imagine? So it stays. The word stays. It's the words. The power of words is magnificent. I mean, if you say a kind word, or if you say a harsh word, or the tone,
That's why in English language we have a word called spelling, because it creates a spell.
Absolutely.
Every
yes.
word creates a
Yes,
spell.
yes.
And that's why I'm saying that it's alarming that sometimes we uses the word or our tone. And it is a very common thing when we are arguing, that especially in partners and husband and wife, or with parents, they will say, but I didn't say anything, I only said this. No, you were rude. But I'm not rude, I didn't say, I only say that. Because your tone says you are rude. What you said was not rude, those words were not rude, but that tone is it plays a crucial role in how the other person is perceiving it or receiving it.
Yeah.
Right? So speaking of Sufism, what brought you into Sufism? I mean, I know because in Islamic world, this is something we have left, like in this modern day Islam, and like you spoke about classical music and all. I know I went to Uzbekistan and I was surprised there was so many madrasas and Islamic schools of ancient times, and I was delighted to see where Sufis used to sit. There were astrology, geometrical shapes, and the sound healing. All of those things existed. But then, I guess after Rumi's death, there was 500 years of gap, and then Sufism ended somehow. And now, of course, people are reviving it and all.
Yes.
What, tempted you to go back to Sufism and bringing that part of Islam into your life? But that's a very soft part of Islam, in which they say all is connected. And,
absolutely,
right? Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
I would say, it's the love of wisdom, because the Sufism, the meaning of the word is the love of wisdom. Even they say that the ancient Egyptians, they were Sufi. So it's the love of wisdom, is connection to God, and it's believing that everything is connected, like there is no separation. So this is the very simple meaning of Sufism, and I think it was a hard calling, I would say, to discover this. And I went to Kunya as well to
learn the Sima
to learn the Sima dance. It was all because it brings so much love to my heart as well, so much comfort, so much love. It's talking
about Sima. So most people, when they go to Turkey, they watch it as an entertainment. It's a touristy thing now. But there's much more deeper meaning to it. It's not just entertainment, right? It was a religious practice for them. It's a love practice, I would say, more than religious practice. And you mentioned something very interesting about Sima, that there is a certain way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
That your left foot doesn't move, and that represents Sharia.
Yes.
Right? And then you
Yes.
move around in an anti-clockwise.
Yes.
Can you speak about it, that how it works and why in a particular direction?
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's anti-clockwise, like the people around the Kaaba.
Yes, it's anti-clockwise.
It's anti-clockwise, and this is all like to take whatever unserved energy out of you. So you are clearing your space actually while you're doing this.
And those people who maybe are not familiar with it, the reason why anti-clockwise, if you see our cells, we have 73 trillion cells, they all move in anti-clockwise vibration.
Absolutely.
And also when we go around Kaaba, it's also anti-clockwise. And also the Sima is also. Why? Because anything which is clockwise, it pulls you towards the gravity. It's more grounding and like pulling you towards earth. But anything that goes anti-clockwise,
it's up.
Yeah, like you see the smoke outside the flame, it's anti-clockwise, but it's going up.
The
So if you
tornado
want
as
to
well.
ascend, tornado as well.
Yes.
So if you want to ascend towards God, or if you want to go up, it's always anti-clockwise.
Absolutely.
So tell me about this, that how exactly it works and why you have to, lift up your hand. Yes.
So the Sharia, so you have to put your left feet steady. So it represents the Sharia, or it represents in other religions as well, because anyone can practice it. The God's law, the laws in each religion. And the right is life. I mean, how can you be grounded, yes, moving, yet moving?
Okay.
Moving, like you move,
You
but
move,
you
but
are
you have
grounded.
to move around Sharia.
Exactly,
Okay.
or God's law.
Sharia is a God's law.
Like God's laws.
Because if we
in
deviate
Egypt.
from law,
Then
we
you
get
will
lost
be
and we get
exactly.
confused.
You'll be
Yes.
shaken.
Yes.
And the hands is one is connected to the sky, and the other one to the earth.
earth,
So
okay.
basically, is connection between sky and earth, and to be the pillar of light as well. I mean, to be like
a vessel.
aligned,
Like a
to be
vessel.
aligned, like everything. And when you start to whirl and whirl and whirl, and then you really you feel the connection, because this is like a dance of divine connection. It's
Is there any particular hand that the right hand goes up or left hand?
right is like this. And
okay.
the left is down, so it's like
This is the receiving one.
The receiving
Okay,
one. So you
okay.
receive from God,
And
and
you
then
give
you
it
give to earth, which is we do manifestation in earth through God's direction or God's guidance. So it's like from God to earth, and then you move with rooted or grounded in God's law, while manifesting things in life through through just the whirling with the right feet. And there is always also a representation on the black and white that the whirl, the dervish they wear in
Yes.
yeah.
Like, first I think they come with this black thing and then
Yes.
they remove it.
Yes.
That represents, I don't know, it's a human ego or...
It represents again the life, the attachments to life. So this is the black thing, and then when they enter with the white. Actually represents the coffin.
Okay.
The white color of the the when like wrapped.
When they
so
are
it's
whirling around.
like we don't want anything from life. We want to be connected to God, and we're ready to meet God now. Something like that. So they are like really in in divine connection with that. Yeah.
So you take this, it could call sima, right?
Yes.
This whirling the
It's coming from the word samia. Samia is in Arabic, it means hearing, like the samia, God, the samia,
yes.
the one who hears you. So it's coming from
That's why
this.
it's called that.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So I know that you conduct classes of that and you do
Yeah.
the sessions on it as well. So when you do that and you go round and round and round for almost hours, right? How did you learn that? I remember I tried doing it, but you feel dizzy in the beginning.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So how much time you have to do it to reach to that level that you don't get dizzy? Because people do it for hours and hours, and I think you can also do it for an hour now. I don't know.
يعني almost.
Yes.
Hours.
How to keep that balance and not fall down or not feel dizzy?
Because actually what makes you feel dizzy, it's the water in the middle ear.
Yes. Yeah.
That will make you feel that you are unbalanced, but you are safe. If you are connected and aligned, and just keep on practicing, and you have to always look at like in yoga when you have the drishti,
the
and
focus,
in yoga
yeah.
like the focus, so you have to look always to the left, because even the organs rotate to the left. Everything rotates to the left.
Yes,
the
yeah.
planets, everything. So actually when you rotate, you rotate with the whole universe. So you are in harmony with the universe inside of you, which is the organs and all of that, because everything rotates anti-clockwise, and rotate as well with the movement of the planets. Because
that is also anti-clockwise. All the planets, they move anti-clockwise direction.
absolutely.
Yes.
So you are in harmony. So you have to look at when you're doing the left hand, the palm of the left hand down. Then you look at it, and then even your gaze is going towards the left. And when you do that,
helps you in balance.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And when you stop slowly. Like you don't stop all of a sudden, because
Yes,
it's a
of course.
movement. So you have to
Yeah.
bring yourself slowly to that. But when you look at your left, the left shoulder, left hand, this is like one of the techniques. It's not, but it's the most, I would say, logic one, because you are going as well with the anti-clockwise, and
harmony,
you're going
yes.
to with
But
the
how
left.
beautiful is that everything is actually in like what we say, like a doing hamd of God, like everyone is in harmony with God, because
Yes.
everything is going anti-clockwise, whether it's planets or cells or organs.
Yes.
And that's why maybe we feel so distracted and so depressed in today's time, because when we try to disconnect with that harmony, even at that moment, okay, we feel good and we feel like, again, the pleasures of earth, but this is not who we are. This is not how we are designed and programmed. Our body, our mind and soul is craving for that connection.
Absolutely.
Hence,
Absolutely.
despite
Yes,
getting everything and having everything, nobody is happy.
Yeah.
Nobody is happy. Like there's still
Yeah.
something which is like, you're seeking and you're craving for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I would talk about my own experience. It's the connection with God that makes everything logic and harmony, peace. Because, okay, for me, the treasure of all treasures is the comfort of the heart.
Yes. Yes.
Like, when you sleep and you don't have anything in the heart, and they proved scientifically
You're not
that there is a
restless, yes.
brain in the heart.
Yes.
So the heart is the core, and all the religions and all the ancient civilizations and
They
everything.
all talk about activating of the heart.
Activation of the
Yes.
heart. So this is what it feels, even like, sometimes when you feel your heart, you feel your
In fact,
really
in Quran,
physical heart.
there is nowhere mentioned anything about mind. God always
Yeah.
talk about heart.
Absolutely.
That what happened to your heart? Why your heart is blocked? Why you're not
Thinking
opening up
with
the
the
heart?
heart.
Why you're not thinking from the heart?
Yes.
It's all about heart.
Absolutely,
Yes, yes.
absolutely. So when you are, I mean, for me, the treasure of all treasures is the comfort to the heart. And this happens only with the connection with God.
Yes.
I
Yes.
would say through many, many ways. I mean, it doesn't have to be one way, but everyone would take the way that's most suitable to him
Or it resonates with that person.
Absolutely.
That's what I say. If your goal and intention is clear,
Yes.
you are not troubled there. My goal is that I'm a truth
Absolutely,
seeker. I want to reach
absolutely,
God.
absolutely.
All roads leads there. Yes,
Absolutely.
there might be some troubles in this road. Maybe there's more speed breakers. In this, there is more twists and turns. But if your goal is you're fixed there, eventually you have to reach there.
Absolutely.
Right?
It depends on the intention. It could be many, many ways, serving other people.
Intention is everything, yes, yes.
Having a smile on your face.
There are some
and
people
helping
who are
others.
only doing something for animals. This,
Yeah,
is their way of reaching God.
Absolutely.
Some people are just
absolutely.
doing philanthropy or
Yes,
for
yeah,
orphans.
absolutely.
This is everybody, or somebody is just doing praying sitting in the room.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own, what resonates with them, like you rightly said. Speaking of spirituality, I really wanted to talk about this, that for women in today's time, I guess, everyone is going through liberation. Everyone want to be, spiritual awakening is really happening in this era where we are living in, and especially among women. It's getting more and more. What do you think? Because I know you are married, you have 3 kids. It's not easy, because I've also experienced that and experiencing it. Despite, even if we have a support from a husband, in most cases they don't have a support, right? But I know that when I talked about both of us, that we do have that support, that they are saying that, okay, you can practice whatever you want to practice and all, but it needs time. Spiritual practices need time. Yes. This truth seeking needs time. And this alternative healing methods, knowing about yourself, studying it needs a lot of time, right? Extensive and intensive studies. How do you manage? Because at one point you are really knowing about yourself. The more you know about yourself, the more you are standing in your authentic self. The more you do, it's not easy, because family demands sacrifice, right? Which is, I think, with we women, we can do it. It comes naturally to us, right?
Yes.
But still, there is 2 things. Either you're thinking about yourself, that, I want to be liberated. I want to study more. And then there is family who's demanding your time, your energy. How did you pass through that?
Again, I struggled a lot at the beginning.
Still, okay.
Again, at the beginning, I would say at the beginning. And then you have to try, because each one is different. So you have to keep on trying and trying and trying and trying and trying until you reach the balance, because because this is a sector and this is a sector.
Yes.
And sometimes you really need to dedicate a lot of time for the family, and then you're left with no time.
That's true.
And then
And most of us sometimes be swing, and I've been there. There was a time, I think a couple of years back or so, and I was in the spiritual course, and I was so much indulgent into it that 5 hours, 7 hours, I was there. I had no idea what happening. I mean, I was there, but I was mentally not there, you know, till I realized, like you were saying, till you realize that, okay, there needs to be a balance.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It has to be a balance, and it has to be as well. It depends on the time, because when the kids are really small, they really need the mother.
Yes.
To be honest, yani. And then
And maybe for mothers, that is their portal towards spirituality.
absolutely,
Right? Yeah.
absolutely, because motherhood is something sacred. It's something huge. I mean, when you are a mother, you are doing something great for humanity.
Exactly.
If you are raising the kid
In a proper way,
in a
yes.
proper way. So it's like as well, not underestimating one part on top of the other. Like, you know, making the balance, like giving time here and giving time there. And it's okay that sometimes this part will take more time than yours, than it's designed, and this part can take a little bit, but balance is very, 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 very
And like
important.
you said, maybe it's because children are the ones who keep you in present moment. Just like all
Absolutely.
healing
Yeah,
practices,
that's-
right? Meditation. So
Yes,
there's one thing they
yes.
do is to bring you present moment. Because this
Yes.
is what we are failing to do. Either we are in past or we are in future.
Yes.
So yeah, when you are a mother of a child, especially babies and all, they're keeping you in present moment. You can't think about anything else.
Absolutely. And if you reach the balance or the awareness, each moment becomes sacred, even like washing dishes.
Yes.
You can find it in there.
Yes.
Even like cooking, you can find it in there. You are actually
Creating.
creating, exactly. Even like wiping the floor or whatever, you know, even chanting and sitting with,
So you
with
don't.
your
What are
kids.
you saying is that you don't need to disconnect with your family and sit in a room and meditate and close. Okay, don't disturb me. You can still
Absolutely.
be in a meditative state by just being conscious in whatever you're doing.
Conscious.
By
Thank you
changing
so
the
much.
diaper, by being right.
Yes, by
Yeah.
being aware, by being present in the moment. It could be the sound of the water coming while you're washing the dishes, the ingredients of the food while you're touching it with your hands. So you can find something secret in each thing that you would do, so which can connect everything together.
Yes,
Again,
yes.
I would say better. I mean, to have everything connected. Not separation, because if we separate, this time for the kids, this time for the family, this time for that,
Don't
and you
separate
will
it.
and
That's a
then
beautiful advice,
and,
actually, yeah.
and then you will suffer.
Yes.
Because but if you make it everything
That
together,
is more
and
draining, actually. Yes.
it's more draining.
but the time you give your time to this,
Yeah.
and in the end, your cup is full.
absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
totally. So very quickly, we will wrap it up with last. There's 3 spiritual hacks that you want to give to people who cannot who cannot afford an expensive, healing methods, or and they can just do it at home by themselves. What are the 3 things that they should be doing in order to be more connected or more spiritual? And very simple, nothing modern age spirituality, nothing commercial. What do you suggest?
Okay, I would say always start small, small, small. Small things. Because if you're going to the gym and you're saying, oh, I'm gonna stay there 2 hours doing this, and then it happens once a week, maybe once every
Yes.
or whatever. But if you make it like small
Steps, yeah.
small steps, then it will make a huge difference. So I would say breathing is very, very important, because this is your life force energy.
yeah.
And it's needed. It just sit for 5 minutes. I wouldn't say even for more. Just 5 minutes. If you continue with the 5 minutes, build a little bit up, and then you will increase by time, because
Totally.
you will find it part of your routine that you cannot give away, like brushing your teeth or washing your face. So just sit in a comfortable place and put your feet on the ground and just the back straight is very important, and just take
breathing,
and just be conscious of your breathing. That's it. It's easy.
It's
you don't
simple,
have to,
easy, and the most powerful thing.
and you don't have actually to close your eyes, or it
And I was
doesn't
saying
matter.
in another podcast as well that this is a tool that God has given us.
Absolutely.
When we are born, the first thing we do is breathe.
Absolutely.
It's just over the period of time we forget about it, how to do it in a proper way.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
That's all
Absolutely.
what we need to go back to. But thank you so much.
You're
It
most
was
welcome.
beautiful, and
It
I
was
didn't even realize
amazing.
where the time has gone. But thank you so much for coming and sharing your wisdom. I still feel that this only 1 hour is not enough. We need
yes.
more time to
More.
discuss so many more things. But thank you so much, Sahar.
Thank you so much, Zainab. It's such an honor,
Thank you
really.
so
Such
much.
an honor. Thank you, Habibti. Thank you.
Thank
Love you.
you.
Love you.